Good evening. My name is Daniel Bell. I am the Pickens County School District's College and Career Coordinator. I'd like to welcome you to the Class of 2024 Military Enlistee Ceremony. This is our inaugural ceremony, so I appreciate you coming out. We've learned a lot trying to put this together, and we hope that this will continue to grow. We want to honor these enlistees, and we really do appreciate you being here. Pickens County Schools is dedicated to ensuring that our graduates are enrolled, enlisted, or employed. Tonight we are here to focus on and honor these young men and women who have made the choice to enlist and join the list of courageous veterans who have served before them. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our school district leaders in attendance this evening. Pickens County School Board members, Ms. Sue Finley, Mr. Joe Wheatington, Pickens County School Superintendent Dr. Travis Thomas, Assistant Superintendent Mr. Chris Parker, and Pickens High School Principal Mr. Matt Combs. Thank you for being in attendance tonight. We really appreciate your support. Recruiters and representatives of the branches, will you please stand? Thank you. We appreciate your attendance. And I also want to make sure that I recognize just our veterans that are in attendance here tonight. So if you're a veteran of our military branches, would you please stand? And thank you, and we really appreciate you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being here tonight. Our first guest tonight is Mr. Rick Goble. Rick is a previous sergeant with the United States Air Force, where he served 6 years of active duty. Rick served during Desert Storm as a munitions system specialist, worked with air-to-air and air-to-ground missiles and crew chief F-16 fighters, and is now an assistant principal here at Pickens High School. All rise, if possible, as Mr. Goble leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for that, Rick, and thank you for your service as well. I'd now like to tell a little bit about our guest speaker, Mr. Ryan Neill, who will address the enlistees. Mr. Neill is a class of 2012 Pickens High School graduate. He served active duty for 7 years in the United States Army as an infantryman, where he achieved the rank of staff sergeant. His experience in the Army includes light infantry, air assault, and commanding Bradley armored fighting vehicles. Mr. Neill also held the position of platoon sergeant for Bravo Company 27 Infantry Battalion at Fort Stewart, Georgia. Mr. Neill served 3 years in the Georgia National Guard while completing college at Reinhardt University and is now a teacher here at Pickens High School. So we're lucky to have him. Let's welcome Mr. Neill to the podium.
I've learned to stick to the script. Good evening, and welcome to a truly significant event in Pickens High School's history, the inaugural Military Enlistment Night. I would like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Thomas, and also our principal, Mr. Combs, for hosting this momentous occasion. I would also like to extend a special thanks to Ms. Champion and Mr. Bell for their efforts to make this event special and for bestowing me the honor of speaking tonight. I would also like to thank all the current service members and veterans in attendance who paved the way for those who we will honor tonight. Lastly, I want to thank one of the most overlooked components of our military, our families. Your sacrifice does not go unnoticed by those who serve. Thank you. Growing up, I was a part of a family with several generations of service. My great-grandfather served in the Army Air Corps during World War II, working on P-38 Lightning aircraft. My grandfather was also in the Army and served in Vietnam as a combat engineer. Both jobs required high mental capabilities. Then there was me. So, I took the ASVAB at MEPS in Knoxville, Tennessee. For those that don't know, MEPS is the place where in the military you get your first educational dose of hurry up and wait. While I was there, I earned a 111 GT score on the first try. As most of us know, scoring a 110 means you can do any job you want in the Army. The career counselor sat in front of me in his desk, and he went through a list of very prestigious jobs that he floated across to me. Jobs that could really set you up in the civilian sector afterward. Some of the jobs were explosive ordnance disposal, signal corps, even intelligence were some of the ones that were mentioned. EOD seemed pretty interesting, but there was something about not having any mulligans in that line of work that rubbed me the wrong way. To this day, I still remember the eye roll I received when I told that career counselor that there is only one job that I will sign a contract for, and that was as an infantryman. Just some background information. The Army's infantrymen and the Marine riflemen are not necessarily known for their soaring intellect. That's not to say that we're all a lost cause. Still, I did have to explain to a soldier in my platoon one time that gathering exhaust samples with a Walmart grocery bag isn't exactly standard operating procedure. And yes, I got onto the team leader afterward. But what I will say is this. In truth, it does take someone with a few screws loose to sign up to do a contract that involves nothing but fighting, shooting, sleeping outside without cover, and jumping out of perfectly fine airplanes. To that career counselor, I was just another hothead who was looking for a fight. And if I'm going to be honest with you, he was mostly right. Now, let me provide you some perspective. I was a second grader at Panther Elementary School in Paulding County. Like most kids my age, my life revolved around recess and lunch. I can barely remember my teacher's name, how my classroom looked, or even who was in the room with me. What I remember like yesterday is the scared look on my grandmother's face as I was unexpectedly checked out of school early. The silent drive all the way to her house on Oak Lane, and the images that would appear shortly after she turned on our basement television. The sight of two airliners flying into American buildings. That day, at the age of 7, a fire was lit in my stomach. A fire to serve, a fire to protect. To our country's future soldiers, Marines, sailors, airmen, and guardsmen, you're about to embark on a journey that will be more challenging than anything that you've ever done before. You will be trained to become experts in your craft. You'll be taught integrity, extreme ownership, and how to work as a member of a team. The lessons and advice I would like to share with you would take at least a semester to cover, but I've reserved just one for tonight. Each of you will be pushed to the point that you must decide whether to quit or to fight on. At that moment, you need to only think of one thing. Why did you join? Who and what do you defend? And how hard are you willing to fight to ensure that that happens? Make no mistake, we're in the business of fighting. Whether your job is in direct combat or not, each role is crucial to America's defense. Never forget your fire. Good luck. Make Pickens County proud. We're all counting on you. Hail the infantry.
Thank you, Mr. Neill. We appreciate those words of inspiration and encouragement to the enlistees. Thank you for your service, of course, and I think the audience will agree that we're lucky to have Mr. Neill here as a teacher. And we know not only as a teacher, it's going to be a good role model too for our children. So we're very proud of that. And so he makes us proud. And he's been a big help with us on getting this together tonight. Thank you so much, Mr. Neill. Okay, now what we'll do now is we're going to recognize each enlistee by branch. We know that we have some of these enlistees that are not in attendance tonight, but we will still call their name out and recognize them. Enlistees, when your name is called, please come up on the stage to your right and be greeted by Pickens High School Principal Mr. Combs, who will present you with your military graduate cord. You will then join your recruiter or branch representative, if present, at the center table to sign the Pickens High School Military Honor Banner. This banner will be displayed at Pickens High School next year as an honor to our 2024 enlistees. We do not want this night to be the last time we remember these students. We want their names to be seen here so that we can remember them, and who knows where they'll be. And we want to make sure that we do honor them by putting this banner out, display this banner in the high school. So enlistees, after the pictures have been taken, you can exit the stage on your left and then return back to your seat. We will begin with the United States Army, followed by the Army National Guard. The United States Army is the oldest and perhaps the most storied branch. In the Revolutionary War, it was the Army that bore the brunt of the fight for independence, enduring harsh winters at Valley Forge and securing victories at places like Saratoga and Yorktown. Throughout history, the Army has been at the forefront of our nation's defense. From the Civil War to the World Wars, Korea, Vietnam, and into current time, its soldiers have courageously marched into danger, answering the call to protect and serve with unwavering courage. United States Army future soldiers, Kylee Barfield. Parents and students, parents or guardians, as your student signs the honor banner, Katie Studios will be taking pictures. After Katie Studios have taken an individual picture, please feel free to come to the stage. We want you to be a part of this as well, and then that way you can take personal pictures. Katie will take a picture of you, and then and that'll make it more personal for the family. Future soldier, Eleina Bryant. Future soldier, Kael Deering. Parents, feel free to come up for pictures. You are welcome to come on stage, family. Anybody that wants to come on stage, you can. And those that are not in attendance, we're going to make sure that they get their chance to sign this banner as it goes up. Future soldier Chris Loudermilk. Future soldier Aiden Mathisen. Next, we'll honor the Army National Guard enlistees. Army National Guard is an integral component of the U.S. Armed Forces, which serves as the primary combat reserve of the United States Army, and whose origins trace back for nearly 400 years. Whether it be protecting the United States borders, enforcing state or federal law during time of civil unrest, protecting civilians and property during natural disasters such as Hurricane Katrina, or serving shoulder to shoulder with other branches of active duty military personnel around the world, the Army National Guard stands ready to be called upon. Future Guardsman Cannan Addison. Future Guardsman Paige Bonner. Future Guardsman Samantha Lyman. Future Guardsman Hannah Newton.
Real quick, if you do have the family with you, I think it's very important to come up here and to join this, because I think when we're signing this, it's parents gonna be there supporting you on those long nights when you need to write a letter or call home. So I really think we need to come up, and then for the three previous, I would like at the end that we take that picture. I would like to make sure we have that opportunity.
Mr. Combs, we'd also love for if there were graders here to be.
So here's what we do. Yes. Now you gotta take a picture of everyone watching her sign.
Next will be the United States Marines. United States Marines, the few and proud warriors who have earned a reputation for valor and tenacity on the battlefield. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, the Marines have fought with determination, earning their place as America's first line of defense. Whether storming beaches or conducting amphibious assaults, the Marines have always been at the forefront of the fight, ready to face any challenge with grit and bravery. Future Marine Camron Darby. Future Marine Dylan Eaton.
Smile for the camera, Neill.
Future Marine Gonzalez. Future Marine Sean Mumper. Future Marine Chanceler Willinghman. Next will be the United States Navy. The United States Navy are the guardians of our maritime interest and a force to be reckoned with on the high seas. Throughout time, the Navy has projected American power across the oceans, ensuring our nation's security and safeguarding the world's commerce interest. Whether it's patrolling the seas, conducting humanitarian missions, or projecting force in times of crisis, the Navy remains a presence of strength on the world stage. Future Seaman Dakota Miller. Next will be the United States Air Force. From the dogfights over Europe in World War II to the precision airstrikes of modern warfare, the Air Force has revolutionized the way that we engage with our nations and our allies' adversaries. Its pilots soar through the skies, delivering precision strikes, providing close air support, and maintaining air superiority wherever the call of duty takes them. United States Air Force Future Airman Tate Hales. Although we have no enlistees for the Coast Guard or Space Force, we do honor those who have served or are currently serving in these respective branches as well. Each branch of the military has played a vital role in defending our nation, from the Revolutionary War to the never-ending current war on terror. They have stood as a testament to the bravery, sacrifice, and unwavering commitment of the men and women who serve. Let us never forget their service and dedication as we honor their legacy and strive to build a better future for generations to come. Once again, thank you, enlistees, your families, all community members, and to our veterans who have joined us tonight. You all deserve to be honored. Enlistees, it's my prayer that God leads you, that He'll guide you and protect you wherever that you may be, and you'll be separated from your family. And I know it's going to be hard. God bless you, families. And we appreciate you. We appreciate your families. Appreciate all of you that have come out here, and appreciate those that that are going to dedicate their lives to this. And we appreciate you that you're veterans. We appreciate you very, very much. This will end our ceremony, but we want to make sure that those of you, if you did not get the pictures with your recruiters or your branch representative, please come do that. We do not want you to leave and wish you had got it. Like I said, we will make sure that those that did not get to sign this, that they will get to sign it. And then we also would like for the veterans and all of you to get back together, all of you that are here, your enlistees, to come back up for some pictures on the stage as well.